Griffin, Della, Penna here for a special coach report here with Canisius softball coach Griffin. Coach, starting the postseason now 17-3 at MAAC record. That's a new program record after last year's 16 wins. Told me early on in the season that this year's team had everything to go back-to-back and be MAAC champions. How did your team prove that this season?
So we knew coming into the season that we had all the pieces, all the tools in order to go back-to-back or to have a successful season. But the biggest thing for us was just making sure that we showed up every single day and that we brought our best. So we've had some clutch hitting from some bigger power production, I'd say, than we've had in years past. Great table setters, great pitching. Everyone has just stepped up and done their job.
This past weekend, to end the regular season, you knew that you had to win 3 of 4 games to host for the 3rd consecutive year. Lost 9-5 against Ryder, but going into Saturday, you're playing Mount St. Mary's, the other team that was at the top who you were fighting with. What can you say about the team's resiliency in those 2 games to show up when it mattered most against them?
So after the Ryder games, our post game was all about bouncing back. So figuring out, okay, what can we learn from this, and then have a short memory. We said, be a goldfish. And how do we bounce back the next day? And there's nothing that I can tell them that can get them to perform that way on Saturday. They just knew what it was going to take. They knew they had to bring their A game, and they brought it. And we're getting some really, really great leadership from our upperclassmen, and I think that shows a lot.
The hitting was huge. Rosie had a great weekend. Nicole Reve hit probably the farthest ball I've ever seen in my entire life. But the story of the weekend has to be Meg Giese. Pitched all 12 innings against the Mountaineers, 22 strikeouts. The production that you're getting from her, have you seen anything like that in your tenure as a coach?
No. She was at a different level on Saturday, and she's been great for us for 3 years. And I've seen what I thought was her best softball. But Saturday was just a totally different level of Meg Giese. She was bringing it. She was throwing hard. Her ball was moving. Her changeup was on, and she just was determined. There was an air about her that was different than what I've seen in the past, and I knew that if she was on the mound, we were okay.